I make a lot of jokes about Hattiesburg, but I do love this place. I spent 4 months at Forest General at Pine Grove in 2019. And yeah, it's unbelievable. It was unbelievable. Last November the 6th, I just celebrated 5 years sober. So it's a miracle. A miracle. Yeah. A lot of good people over that hospital. And I remember I was so sad to be in rehab. I remember coming down here and I was like, man, this is terrible. And then I got to the city of Hattiesburg and go, oh, it's even worse. And I'm just kidding. It's a beautiful city. And I say a lot, there's so many people in the city that people that kind of knew me when I came down here. And the first week, everybody's like, what are you doing down here? I was like, I'm on a golf trip. And then I was like, you're here for 4 months and you're in Hattiesburg. There's no way. I think everybody started to know why I was in Hattiesburg, and everybody in the city was so kind to me, and everybody there was people that were like coming up. I remember like pastors would come out to me, like slip me their number. They're like, if you need anything, let me know. Like we went to meals all over the city, and people took care of us. One time a girl was like, here's my number. I was like, well, that's why I'm here. So maybe don't do that, but you can look that up. Don't look it up, but anyway. But there's a lot. Let's say this: that there's a lot of people I was in treatment with. I was probably in there with 50 or 60 guys, and there's probably 4 or 5 of them that have not made it, that they've passed, that they had a lot of addictions, and it gripped them too heavily. And I always I think I said this last time I was here. One of the guys, we are all on a group text when we all left Hattiesburg. We're on a group that we're going to stay sober, we're going to stay strong, we're going to go to meetings. And one of these guys, after about a couple months, he dropped off of the group text. And then we knew if you're an addict or you know anyone with addiction, you know what that means, that they've gone back out, It just makes me sad to even say. And then we're like, there was another month went by and this got way too serious. My bad. You're like, I thought this was a comedy show. People are crying now. My bad. Anyway, we're going to pass around the buckets. If you have a couple dollars, would you just... Forest General asked me to just pass the buckets. I'm just kidding. That was wild. That got too serious. No, all right, let me just finish. I get nervous when I tell a story and people aren't laughing because I can't see y'all. I don't know. You guys are like, what is happening? What's the score of the game? But we eventually got like an obituary that he had passed away, and I've never forgot that because he relapsed or whatever, right? And he didn't want to come back. He didn't want to come back into the group text and say that he had relapsed or that he failed, and that it was that I always say addiction did not kill him. It is the shame that killed him. That over death, like either the enemy or the devil or whatever you want to call him. If you're not a Christian in here, that doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, but well, it matters the most. But no, whatever was whispering to him, if you got back into that group text and all those other guys that are sober, if you told them you relapsed, that they would make fun of you, that they'd be embarrassed of you, that you're a failure, and it was the devil that whispered to him so loudly that he couldn't overcome it, and the devil whispered to me at many times, and I'm lucky to have made it on the other side. And if I ever came back to Hattiesburg, that I would tell y'all thank you. You might have saved my life. Really, that's it. Like every kid in our family is a name from the Bible. Every kid is a name from the Bible. Everybody got a Bible name up here? Anybody got a name from the Bible that you know? What do you got? Levi, what did he do?
I know he was either the son or the father of Jacob. That's all I know.
Everybody knows that they have a Bible name, but no one knows what the character does. None of them. You don't know. Anybody else got one? What do you got? Matthew, what did he do?
He wrote Matthew.
I can't argue with that. I usually have a comeback for every one. You got me on that one, buddy.
Respect, dude, respect. But kids are naming, but parents, listen, don't name y'all's kids Bible names. Don't name them Bible names because they're bad. Y'all got Bible name kids? What are they? Hannah, Joshua, and Sarah. And you're wearing that glitter tank top. All right.
Do as I say, not as I do, kids. All right.
If you were ever watching a movie as a kid, your parents came in, saw what was on the screen, shut the movie off, what scene was on? Sex. Look at that. 1,000 people scared to say the word.
sex. 1,000 adults scared to say the word. That's how we grew up. You could watch anything on TV, drugs, violence, murder, suicide, homicide, torture, anything that you could actually go to jail for, no problem at all. One nipple pops out, movie night's over. That's a tricky way to grow up, dude. We had to fast forward the shower scene in Elf growing up. We watched Titanic, true story, as a family. We were homeschooled, we learned about the story, the movie came out, we watched it as a family. I was 10 years old, okay? People are abusing drugs, alcohol, nicotine, people committing suicide, jumping to their death, no problem at all. One, what I deem to be pretty short, tastefully presented art scene. We had a bonfire for VHS tape #1 in the backyard. That's a tricky way to grow up. We watched Braveheart as a family, the goriest, most graphically violent movie I've ever seen in my entire life, okay? There was a scene where one of the women got captured and the bad guy like kissed her and then slit her throat. Remember that scene? We fast forwarded the kissing. Pressed play, watch the beheading. Dude, that is a tricky way to grow up, dude.
What about this guy? Manly stuff? Hey, lady. She don't want to be a part of this show. All right, yeah. This is a friendly conversation. Is this your husband?
He's actually courting me.
He's courting you. Okay. That's a lie. I don't feel like. Is that true?
I know, nobody knows that.
I know what that is. I know. Okay, Latinos, enough, okay? Latinos. Why are you guys always loud? You're always loud, okay? Like we're the Latino girls, we're probably loud. And she didn't know you didn't know what courting was, and you explained it to her? What'd you tell her?
They're dating.
That's what you told her?
No.
No, courting is like you ask the parents if you can, right? This is a double date here, do you guys know them or no?
That's his sister.
All right, I'm good with all this. What's going on? Why is everybody... Hey, don't...
You are our first date.
I am? Look at him, he's like, hey, please, no more. You're courting, and your first date is the my show. What are we doing, hugging? It's, don't put this on the internet, please. Okay. I gotta call my sponsor after this. I don't know if this is the beginning or the end of this relationship. I'm not sure. Now I'm nervous. You love her. This is your road. What do you got? You love her. All right. Now everybody's all good. Should we keep going with the show or what? No, you're good. You're fine. It's fine. No, you shouldn't have to be kicked out. You're good. You want to pray for her? We'll bring her up here. We'll pray for her. No, sit down. This is... If you guys ever like see me or like on the internet, you're like, dude, we were at that one Orlando show. I'm like, I know, I remember, I was there. The one? Yeah, the one. We were there. Now, welcome to the show. It's good to see you guys. It drives me crazy, all these immature thoughts I have all the time. I try to stay out of trouble. You guys, is it illegal to text and drive here? It is. Okay, do you guys have law enforcement? You guys, okay. Here's how you know the texting and driving's gone too far. You ever been texting at a red light and looked up and see the light was yellow? No, I didn't like this one. I'm gonna wait for the next one. I didn't feel good. I'm gonna wait for the next. No, listen, everybody knows the rules. When you're at a red light, you rely on the person next to you to watch, okay? You text, they watch. When they go, you go. Everybody knows. I was texting at a red light, looked up, see the light was yellow, looked over at the lady next to me. She was texting too. Like, we should just go to the DMV with their driver's license, like, hey, we shouldn't have these anymore. We shouldn't, we don't deserve these. It's the texting, it's just for short messages. It can wait. Like, I'll be there in 5 minutes, pick up some milk, we're breaking up. You know, just short. Short messages. It's a problem for me because I got a big family. I'm one of 8 kids, you guys. 8 kids. Yeah. That's too many. I was 8 kids, all of us homeschooled. Yeah. No, I don't appreciate that. A lot of people, when I say I was homeschooled, a lot of people make fun of homeschool. I don't make fun of it, okay? To me, it was the goodest thing that ever happened to me. Okay, does everybody get that joke? That don't sound right to me. I was real sheltered because I grew up in church and homeschool. Like, I didn't realize how sheltered I was till last time I went home. I was looking through an old photo album. I saw a picture of me and my little brother in the bathtub together. You guys, I was 17. That ain't right. But it is. Now every time I go home, this is the problem. This is why I have these immature thoughts. Is every time I go home, for Christmas or whatever, there's 2 tables, right? There's a bunch of grandkids now. Parents' table, kids' table. Parents' table, kids' table. I'm single, make a living as a stand-up comedian. Guess which table they seat me at? Yeah, kids are, you're gonna say the kid. Let's stop that argument right here. Kids' table is amazing. It is. Why would you want to hear Dave's story about the middle-class tax cuts when you can hear Dylan's story about how one night all of his stuffed animals came to life and they snuck out and robbed a bank? Yeah. Kids' table is amazing. Like my uncle trying to impress everybody, talk about his 401k. Whatever. My nephew can snort a noodle up his nose and pull it out of his mouth, okay? I was like, what are you doing? He's like, This kid said he was flossing his brain.